Hello guys, welcome back to another episode of Share Your Stories with Sircole. Today we have a coaching legend, a coach who have earned his nickname in his coaching profession, which the fans and the players are giving the nickname Coach Mourinho because of his style of play and how good he is as a coach. Today we have another person that the Abia Comets head coach, Coach Ekochukwu Eje. Coach, how are you doing today?
I'm good, Sircole.
I'm fine. It's a pleasure. It's an honor to have you.
Oh, pleasure is
today.
mine. Pleasure is mine, brother.
Okay, to dive into the story, Coach, how did you start your coaching journey?
Okay, I would say it's more of a passion than a career. It started way back in 2004.
Wow.
When I was still with the Nigerian army as a soldier. So I was still playing for a club named the Shagaribos in Meduguri then. So I had this nasty injury on my left knee, and that year my club couldn't register me.
Okay.
So a group of young boys came to me to organize them for a competition that is coming. So I was wondering, why me? Why did it come to me? They said their intuition led them to me. I said, okay, let's get it done. So I took the boys to the finals and won the trophy. So subsequently in 2005, we repeated it again. We won the trophy. So one of the coaches then came up to me and just told me to stop playing football and concentrate on the coaching, since I couldn't play because of injury. So that was how it started. And I didn't heed to that advice until 2010, 2011, when I enrolled with NIS in Lagos. Okay. So that was how it started.
That's when you got 2010.
Yeah.
That's when you got your first coaching license.
Yes, in 2011. It started in 2010, then I got it in 2011. Yeah.
Okay, then what was the first professional coaching job?
Okay, I started after I graduated from NIS in 2011. I came to Abia Warriors for my internship.
Okay.
Yeah. So that was when I worked with the legendary coach Ifeanyi Onyedika.
Wow.
So I learned a lot from that great man. Yeah. So we started after my 3 months IT. So there was a vacuum in the team. They couldn't let me go.
Okay.
So they kept me, and I finished 2012 season with them when Abia Warriors was still in NNL. So that was how it all started. So in 2013, I went back to NIS for my advanced course.
Okay.
Yeah.
That's nice. That is a nice coaching journey.
Yeah.
So what about in the game of football? I believe every coach has their philosophy in the game of football.
Sure.
Even all the great coaches and all that. Sure. So what do you believe is your own philosophy in the game of football? How do you read the game?
Actually, I have my own philosophy, which is a shift from the popular philosophy of positional play, because I have coaches that I am following. I have coaches that I'm following, coaches like Pep Guardiola. I like him so much. I like his work ethic and all that. But I have this positional fluidity philosophy, which is a shift from positional play. Yeah, it is still position based, but it is not positional play. In positional play philosophy, it is a kind of predictable, but in this philosophy, it is there is a whole lot of fluid. The movement cannot be predicted by the opponent. Yeah, so that is more of a movement, even from the left back, the right back, joining the attack at will whenever the space is created. It is not a static philosophy. Yeah, it is more flexible than the positional play of philosophy.
So which formation do you think is more fluent with you? Because you see the likes of like the recent Manchester United, the current Manchester United coach now, Amorim, is a coach. The philosophy is usually a 3-back man line.
Yeah.
Then choking the middle and all that with 3 or 2 players up front and all that.
Yeah, sure.
So which formation do you think you're playing?
Actually, I have 3 major formations that I use, but what informed the formations that I use is the quality of players in my team.
Wow.
Yeah.
That's
The quality of players in my team will inform the formation that I'll use, because you can't. Talking about Amorim is playing 3 at the back, then 4 at the midfield, then 3 at the front, 3-4-3. It is a bit cumbersome to understand the tactical
aspect of
demand of that philosophy. You see, when he came to Man, even till date, the players are still struggling with it.
Yes, because they are not able to break it down.
Yes. So I'm a coach. I'm not a gambler. So what I do is, when I go to a team, I look at the quality in the team, then I choose a philosophy that will suit them.
Then with time, introduce.
So with time, I will now introduce the formation just a little bit. Then, if I will stay in the team for a long time, I will start demanding for the players that will fit into that formation. So that's how I do. But for presently now in Abia Comets, I use the 4-4-2 diamond formation while playing at home. Then I use the 4-3-3 when playing away games. So that's the 2 major formations that I use now.
Yeah. In the coaching job, player and coach relationship are mostly important in the team, and it helps to build a player's confidence, and especially gives out the good results in the pitch. Especially when the players and coach have a good relationship. On the other hand, some players are with the narrative when they are benched that the coach does not like them. Even the other day, posted on your media handle about a coaching listen, when players think when they get benched, the coach does not like them. What can you say about that? Do you think it's a lie?
I think, thank you for this question. This is my admonition every day to these players. They are human beings.
Yeah.
Nobody will be happy staying on the bench, but it's something that must be done. I start telling them during the days of our recruitment, when we were recruiting, I told them we have a quite number of players here. Not all of them are gonna stay. I am a very pragmatic, direct person. I tell you, even the ones that will stay, only 11 will start. So you have to know that and work towards it. So instead of complaining, I tell them, instead of complaining, go back to the drawing board, start doing personal training so that you will meet up. The reason why you were benched is because you were outperformed in the training. You were outperformed in the training. That was why you were benched. Every coach wants to win his games. And good players, hard-working players, are the ones that will win games for you. So definitely you are going to pick the best. I think that is what gave me the nickname. Some of the people, some of my fans called me now only the best, because I sound it every day to them that only the best will go. Just the best will be selected, and that is it. So if you want to be among the best that was selected for every game, week in, week out, you have to prove yourself in the training. That's it.
That means players getting benched means someone in that position outperformed them.
That's it. That's it. Yes, that's it. Sometimes it could be tactical.
Yeah.
Sometimes maybe when we go for away games, maybe if I am playing, if I study the team I am going to play, sometimes I will keep 1 or 2 of my best players in the bench so that they will come in and change the game for me. Yeah, sometimes, not always. Yeah, but definitely the good players or the best players I'm putting on the bench, definitely they are going to get their time. They know they are going to get their time during the course of the game. Yeah, so they won't feel as if they were benched. They will know that it was a tactical reason why they were sitting on the bench.
You as a coach, how do you manage the pressure? Because the coaching job, to be honest, during my school days, I was opportunity to coach my department in Sircole. There was a lot of pressure. But you choosing that as a professional career, each match day, that's taking the responsibility whether the win wins or the truth. If the team wins, they say it's the players. But if the team loses,
or the management,
if the team loses, they blame on the coach. The coach profession is not working. That's how do you subdue that pressure each match day and come out victorious for the next day?
I have to be honest with you. I am used to pressure.
Wow.
Going by what I just told you about my career. I was in the army.
No,
I was in the Nigerian army. I spent 6 years in the Nigerian army. So I don't know any pressure that would be more than doing the military work. So yes. I spent 6 good years of my life in Meduguri. Yeah. So it wasn't easy. So I think I came into this job ready, very, very ready because of that military training that I had. So the pressure is nothing to me. So when I was signing one of my contracts, the CEO of the team told me, all I want is for you to win my games. I said, no, I'm going to definitely give you 3 results. I will win games for you, I will draw games for you, and I will lose. So you have to accept that reality. Yeah. But we are going to work hard to make sure that our winning is more than the draws and the lose. So that is what we are going to do. What I do is, any team I go, I build a team that is very difficult to beat. That is my first aim. So I don't chase shadows. I don't try to chase many things at the same time and lose the focus. First of all, I build a team that is very difficult to lose.
Consider less number of goals.
Yes, consider less number of goals. Then I start it from there and start working on other aspects of the game.
Talking about your personal name, or let's say your nickname.
Yeah.
How did you earn that nickname, Coach Mourinho? Because we all know Coach Mourinho is special one.
Yeah.
The name Mourinho. But for you to earn that nickname, Coach Mourinho, that means, will I say, you had this photocopy of the fact. How did that nickname come out?
Actually, the first time I was called that name, it was a diss name.
Ooh.
It was really a diss name, which I vehemently rejected. Because because I was fresh from the army. Then I was integrating into the civil life, so I wasn't really social. So I didn't like the nickname of what sort.
Yeah.
So it was the team manager in Abia Warriors then in 2012, Imu Azibike.
Okay.
He was the one that gave me that name, because during the training, if Onyedeka is doing his drills, I will be writing them down so that I will go and study at home. So he noticed that every day I come with my jotter and my pen, be jotting things down. He said, it be like say this one na Mourinho. He be like say this one na Mourinho. This one when we know to see for Nigerian league. Come coaching like this, come take coaching. So that was that. So I went to him. I told him, no, my name is Okechukwu Eje. Please address me by my name. You know Nigerians. Whatever you don't like, that's what
they will
start coming to you.
Yeah.
So they started calling me. The players took it up, and on the second thought, I told myself, the man they are calling me is a successful man. So why reject it? Say whatever. So I just let it slide. So that was how it started.
Okay, wow, that's nice. Yeah. So in coaching career, who is your mentor in coaching world?
Yeah, I don't have one mentor, I have to say. I follow the Ferguson closely. Yeah, first, because I supported Manchester United way back in 1999. I started supporting Manchester United from 1999. So I focused on Ferguson, and I learned a lot of things from him about his dressing room. He's in charge of his dressing room all the time. You cannot take away that dressing room from him. So I learned that from him, and it has helped me in my coaching career. Then, like I said, I follow Guardiola a lot because of his style of play. He tried to impose that style of play in any league he goes. He went to Bayern Munich. He tried to impose it, though the Germans were not happy with him imposing that style of play, but he did it. He did it. He was successful, but according to some sections of the fans in Munich, then he wasn't, because they were in need of Champions League, and he didn't give them that. And he left there. He came to England, and he brought it there, and it worked.
And he still dominates.
He's dominating.
He's having a bad season.
Yes, yeah. Sometimes you have bad seasons. Yeah, it's like that. So I study him a lot, I have to be honest. And then Mourinho. the one they nicknamed me after.
Yeah.
I studied
Shower.
him, yeah, I studied him a lot because this is a coach that can win games with even players you don't expect him to win games with. And that is one major quality that I have. And I did it when I was with the Abia Warriors youth team, when I was the head coach of the youth team. I went into a competition with virtually local boys who came from Sircole, Old Bend and all that. And I went ahead to win a very major competition at that stage then with just unknown players, just because of the discipline and hard work inculcated into them. So I took that from Mourinho too. So it's a combination of these three coaches that I studied. That's what I used to build my philosophy and even my playing style.
In the past, even currently now,
Yeah.
we have seen coaches failing actually to manage, to handle big players or big stars that will I say, I don't know if I can use the word stubborn or difficult to be humble.
Yeah.
As a coach, how are you able to manage big players under you, but they are good, talented?
Yeah.
You know they can bring value to your team and get you results,
Yeah.
but they are not disciplined.
Yeah.
How are you able to manage such players?
Okay, first of all, I tell myself the truth that these players came from different families. So their upbringing must take a toll on their behavior. That's for sure.
Yeah, that's certain.
Yeah, that's for sure. That's certain. So you as a coach, you must take notice of that and see how you manage their behavior. Because in NIS, they teach psychology. So that's the essence of it. You learn psychology, you learn how to manage people around you, because like you said, the success is yours, whether they like it or not, but the failure is still yours. So it is the onus is on you to manage these guys. I had one player like that last season. He left football and went back to farm. He said he's not playing football again. So one of my friends, who is an agent, called me that I have this player, he's fantastic, but he said he's not playing football again and he's stubborn. I say, I think at this point, I need that stubborn player. Just bring him on. I will know how to manage him. So I tried my best in managing that player. After 8 months playing under me, he's now playing in Europe.
Wow.
He's in Romania now, playing European football.
Wow.
So I think that is a skill every coach needs to learn. It's a skill. You must learn it. And while doing this, you must be humble first of all.
Yeah.
You, the coach, you must be humble. You must be humble to the extent of taking some things from these players that are not allowed. But sometimes you must be flexible in how you relate with these players. So in the psychology class, we teach you about the three leadership styles: the autocratic, the democratic, and the laissez-faire style of leadership. So it is the duty of the coach to combine these three styles of leadership to come out with the best on how to deal with his players. Yeah, sometimes you use any of them to just deal with a situation. So you don't have to be rigid in dealing with these players.
What's the advice to a coach? What do you think coaches are looking for from, let's say, grassroots players that are hungry to go pro? Well, like when they're going for scouting games or for trials, what do you think are the crucial things, whether you're a defender, midfielder, attacker, crucial things coaches are always look out for?
Actually, there are a lot of things the coaches are looking at, depending on the market. You know, when you scout for a market. You don't just scout. You're scouting for a particular team. Depends on what that team wants at that point in time. But generally, you look at the discipline of this player, because there is nothing you can do without discipline in football. Because you need discipline in executing your techniques. You need discipline in executing your tactics. and you need discipline in your conditioning. All round training demands discipline. So the first thing you look out for is the discipline of that particular player. Discipline in the pitch, discipline off the pitch. So that is the first thing you look out for. Then before you start looking at other qualities, his technical abilities, his awareness, that's tactical abilities, his awareness in the game, off the game, what is he doing with the ball, what is he doing, then his motoric qualities. When I say motoric qualities, I mean his speed, his strength, all those things he do with his physicality. You look at that too. Then you look at size as well. Because if you are scouting for an European market, they are more concerned about size, depending on the position as well. So there are a lot of things depending on the market.
You as a coach, you are left with two options of looking for a centre back. You take a centre back that is more physical, that is a 6 feet, that is a 6 feet tall, more physical and good on the air, or you take a centre back that is just 4x5, but smart and intelligent. And let's say a replica of Lisandro Martinez, Manchester United.
What you say, technically good with the ball.
Yeah, and very aggressive. Despite his size.
Despite the size. Back. It's a very dicey one. It's a very dicey question, but I have to answer your question. I think I will go for the technical defender. My reason, that's my opinion, right? My reason, though you are going to have shortcomings from that player because you cannot have it all from any player. My reason is because of my style of play. I like building from the back. So you need players, center backs, who can really distribute these balls to the midfield and to the attack for the progression to be swift and successful. So I think I will go for the more technical player than the brute one.
That's nice. Then finally, what's your advice to young coaches? Because I've been years in this coaching job in Nigeria. So what's the advice to young coaches that are coming up? Your advice to them, for them to be focused, how they can be focused and don't lose the sight of the vision and to be successful.
Okay, my first advice to them is they must, before you venture into coaching, you must have the passion. Because I have to be honest with you, at some point in coaching, it is frustrating. It is frustrating for every coach. So it is only passion that will drive you beyond that frustration, beyond that depression moment of your career. So you must be passionate about the job. You must be disciplined, because you cannot give players time for training and you are coming late. They will mirror you. They will definitely mirror you. So you must be disciplined. Self-discipline is the best. You must be disciplined. And again, you must be studious. You must study. Coaching is not all about selecting a team that will play in a game every Saturday, every Sunday. You must study. You must study for you to be acquainted with the changes that are happening in football, because football evolves every day. As the clock ticks, that is how football tactics is evolving. So if you don't study, you will be left behind. So you must study via the internet. You must enroll in courses, offline, online, and all that. So it's a huge task. So this is my advice for coaches before even thinking about the money.
Every success story also has the painful and the sacrifice behind them. In your career, what will you say one of the difficult moments or stages in your coaching career?
Well, I think there are difficult moments every day in the job. For instance, trying to teach the players new things. You know, we have a peculiar terrain in Nigeria. Like I used to tell those who care to listen, that Nigerian coaches are one of the best. I make bold to say it. I say that because we don't have academies in Nigeria. All these things you see on the streets that answers academy, they are not, in the real sense of it, they are not academy.
Yeah.
Academy football starts from age 3.
Yeah.
In Europe, from 3 years, kids are enrolled in football academy. They do academics and they study football. That is how it is. So imagine all these private schools in this town. Imagine them, all of them are football academies. So by that 3 years, you are enrolling your kids, you are enrolling him into football academy. So before the age of 9, these players are already well acquainted with football. Yeah, with the game of football. They already know it. So coaching such footballers are way more easier than coaching those who are who are getting to know about scanning when they are already 25 years.
Yeah.
It is frustrating.
It's frustrating.
I have to be honest with you.
Yeah.
But you see Nigerian coaches take on these guys, drill them, get the best out of them, and still ship them to Europe, and they will go there and perform. So that is one of the frustrating aspects. And the facilities too. We don't have good pitches in Nigeria. A whole lot of fans want you to play like Barcelona, but they don't consider the pitch you are playing on. They don't consider that. Because you train on a bad turf, you are going to play a game on a bad turf, it will definitely affect your game. Whatever you thought in the training, you are not going to get it 100% during game situations. So those are the difficult moments in coaching. And for me personally, I think it was last season when I started with Abia Comets. I had a very turbulent start to the season, which we later turned around and came out unheralded. So those are the things. But why I don't see them as challenges, I am ready for them. My expectations are that there will be challenges. So every day I go out on the pitch to train, I expect challenges. So I take them head on. So that's it.
So in essence, I'm trying to say it will be more, gainful if the federal government will out like a footballing course in secondary schools, primary school, because the truth is football is the next oil money.
It is a cash cow. It is a cash cow. A whole lot of European countries are cashing out on it.
Yeah.
It's a very big cash cow. In fact, it is the next oil business in Nigeria. If the government can look inward towards it. Look at countries like many countries in Europe. They take this game as business.
Like UK, they are just a footballing country. It's just football that gives them their money.
Yes, it's business.
Yeah.
Look at what they did, because they started that program in 2000, I think, in 2014. They did a program in all the academies. They selected 50 players. Their aim was, in the next 10 years, they wanted to play in the finals of a World Cup. In fact, that was where Rashford, Saka, the likes of Saka, Sancho, that is where all of them were produced. And you saw what they did in under 17, you saw what they did in the under 20. They won these trophies, and they even came close to winning the World Cup. Even the Euros. Because they did something. Something must be done for there to be a result. Spain did theirs. They formed a universal methodology for Spanish football. I was a beneficiary. I attended the La Liga training program for 5 years. In fact, it expanded my knowledge in football. So after they did that, in fact, I think they started it from immediately after the abysmal performance of 1998 World Cup, when Nigeria won them. They started that program, and they came out tops. They won everything that you can win in football. So it is necessary for the government to look inward, because it's a huge youth empowerment. Very huge youth empowerment, let me tell you that.
And also a call for the Nigerian legends to come home to invest in
you can see, let's be honest, some of them are already home, some of them are coming home. But do they have the level playgrounds to give what they came to do? Yeah, there must be a level playground. There must be a conducive environment for you to deliver. Talking about aspiration, I want to be one of the best. I want to be one of the best. I like being one of the best in everything I do. Even in my former career, I was one of the best. So I am not into coaching to just come and watch others become the best. I want to be among the best, and I'm working towards it. So that's it. And I aspire one day to take my trade even out of the shores of this country.
Are you, will I say, are you national team hungry? You would like to work with the NFL to coach maybe on the
Who won't like that? Who won't like that? Everybody will like to serve his country. Yeah, in any capacity. But I am not desperate for that.
Yes.
I am not lobbying for that. I just want to be the best in any little job I am given and see what happens. But if that comes, why not? Why not? I would like to still contribute my own quota to the national teams. Yeah.
Yeah. Thank you very much, guys. Thank you guys for watching, for having the basically coach himself, aka Coach Mourinho.
Thank you very much.
Coach Kueje. All of us at Sircole Sports TV, we appreciate the time.
My pleasure, brother.
Thank you very much for
My
your
pleasure.
time. I really appreciate it.
My pleasure. Yeah.
Guys, thank you guys for watching. I myself, Sircole, reporting live for Sircole Sports TV. See you guys on the next one.